Yes, yes, got it, got it.
So please read out so that the can only read out. So all just one sec. Let us read out the contestant speaking.
Yeah.
Can you read out, please? Oh, okay.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Good evening. Welcome you all to KTM Toastmasters session number 735 and hybrid session 35. I request you all to repeat the Toastmaster mission along with me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience. Which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you. Dear all, to have an effective session today, I request everyone to follow certain ground rules and few tips to use the Zoom app efficiently. If you are using a laptop or mobile, keep the device in muted mode and you can unmute it whenever you want to speak. Please keep your video on as much as possible. Anyone taking a short break for any reason, please switch off your system camera and audio for that duration only. Please be familiarized with the other options in the Zoom and request you all to use the same at appropriate time. Respecting the plurality and diversity of the members, we refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics in our session. So request you all to arrange your speeches accordingly. Dear members, today is a special session. So you know what? For what? Why this special today? Storytelling. So one more thing is no table topics today. And all our Toastmasters are energized and ready to put a full effort today. So special day. So all the best to the speakers and contestants. Now, with a huge round of applause, please welcome our energetic acting president, Toastmaster Varghese Chera. Thank you. Thank you.
A warm good evening to one and all. Thank you, Sergeant Rams, for taking up this role and kickstart the meeting in a very energetic way. Today, no story. So for me, it is relaxed. And 12 of you is thinking about the story. So it's a reverse. All the time I will be standing here and giving a story. Now I'm going to listen to the story. Last year, when DTM Pradeep requested me to join the storytelling contest, I said yes. I didn't know about the story, but I said yes. After giving the name, I was looking for a story and I got a story which is related to life experience. I said, and I thought it is worst. Why should I said a story? I don't know why it has happened like that. This year, I'm giving stories. So by joining Toastmasters, we are equipped to tell stories, to tell speeches, and we improve every day. I'm not perfect. We improve every day by giving stories and giving speech. So each one of you is a winner by 1 step or 2 step or 10 step into the next level in the speech and the storytelling contest. I'm not taking much time. I welcome our contest chair, Toastmaster Selva Kumar, our chief judge for today's evening, Distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Sadashivan for our club. Let us put our hands together to welcome. I have seen his education sessions in the Zoom. Very interesting and very quiet. Thank you very much for that, sir. Our very active member, Division G Director, has received the highest recognition a member can attain from Toastmaster International, a real epitome of his outstanding leadership and communication skills, as well as his constant service to the members and fraternity. Let's put our hands together to congratulate DTM G Navanitha Krishnan. We are blessed to have 25% of our members are DTMs. Yes. And let me thank you and welcome our voting judges. We have a couple of voting judges, so we welcome all the voting judges. I'm not giving the names. By this, let us introduce or let us welcome our contest chair. Contest chair for today evening is Toastmaster Selva Kumar. He is our member, past area director and pharmacy by profession. Let us put our hands together to welcome our contest chair, Toastmaster Selva Kumar.
Thank you, Acting President Toastmaster Varghese Chiron. Can we have a round of applause? What an energy to start the storytelling contest of Kimji Toastmasters Club. Let me take this opportunity to wish all the contestants who are present here to deliver an enthralling show here and to make a lot of fun and enjoyment. I also take this opportunity to welcome our Chief Judge today, DTM Sunil Sadashivan. He is not only a judge today, but also a big role model for the entire Toastmasters fraternity. And the other co-judges who are here to evaluate the storytelling contest. Thank you, one and all. Who doesn't like story, Toastmasters? Everyone likes stories, right? Yes. Let me narrate an incident which recently happened in my life. My son is a very energetic fellow. He doesn't sit in a place for more than a minute. He wants to play football. He will play with computer games, but still he always loved to ride bicycle. So I thought he is growing up. We need to give a cycle to him. I bought a new bicycle on his birthday and gifted to him. It was a lot of fun. He was very happy. He was jumping up and forth. Though my wife was saying, you always pamper him with whatever things he wanted it. It was fine. He was enjoying the ride and everything. One fine day, when we were coming from the Lulu hypermarket, I noticed my cycle was not there. My son immediately argued with me before I start scolding him, whether did you lock the cycle or not. He said, Papa, I locked my cycle. I'm very sure I locked my cycle. Then how come it is lost? We searched in the street, forth and back, with none results. 2 days passed. He was not taking food properly. He was very upset. He was crying. As a father, what I could do? Can I just sit and watch? No. Yes. Because this is the fourth cycle which was lost in my building. Everyone will think that it's a cycle, matter of 30, 40 reals. Just like that, leave it. But I took a step to lodge a complaint. Toastmasters, you won't believe. The complaint was taken. And within 3 days, the thief was caught. All was done good. After the 4th day of the complaint, I'm receiving a call with an unknown number. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I said, great. He told my name. Where are you working? I want to meet you immediately. I said, why a strange call? I said, is there anything important you can tell me over the phone? No, I wanted to meet him. The opposite person said. Is it that urgent? Maybe I thought, okay, he wanted to know something about medicine or something. I said, okay, come to my office. One person came to my office. He was just waiting outside. We are not seeing him. So I told him that I'm wearing this white shirt. I'm standing near this gate. And one person came. He said, are you the person, Selva Kumar? Yes, I said, yes. I'm very sorry for what happened. I said, why this strange conversation is happening to me? I said, why, sir? Why you have to take sorry? No, I think you lost your cycle. I was very shocked. How come he knows? Who is he? He's a stranger. Then came that he was the father of the person who has stolen the cycle. Then he said, I deeply apologize for the incident what has happened. It was done by mistake. I need you to kindly withdraw the case. I said, you acted for your son. I lodged the complaint for my son. I could not just watch him ideal, and he should not get a message that anyone can come and take the items whatever they wanted it. That is the reason I made a complaint. But since he was feeling very sorry and regretful, I said, okay, I will take the complaint back. I took the complaint back. Dear friends, forgiveness is very important, isn't it?
Yes.
Or rather, we just preach. No. After 2 days, I got another call from the same person. Sir, can I meet you? Yes. I went to the place where he asked me to come. I went there. He opened the car. I said, why is he opening the car? I was speculative. What is the reason? He said, please come. He opened the car and took a new cycle and gave it to me. Said, this is for you. I said, why? I don't want it. No, this is your right. You deserve to have the cycle back. The person gave the cycle back and just went away. I was speechless. I thought there are people still, and there are people with good heart to repent their mistakes and to justify the things what the wrong has taken. So dear Toastmasters, with this story, let us begin our storytelling contest today. Are you all ready? Yes. I hope judges have briefed all the contestant rules, the contestants, for the benefit of the contestants and the order of speaking. Let me start briefing the order of contestants one by one. You may please stand. I request all the audience to hold up your applause until I complete the order of speaking by all the contestants. Dear contestants, it is my pleasure to announce that all the contestants are eligible for their roles as per the Toastmasters International Speech Contest Rule Book. Each contestant has certified that they prepare their own speech on a topic of their own choosing and use the content that is substantially original. With this, let me start the order of contestants speaking. Our first contestant today for our storytelling contest is Toastmaster Melvin Matthew. Please hold your applause. Our second contestant is Toastmaster Chandramouli, who is going to give his speech virtually. Our third contestant is Toastmaster Jeena Chandran Nambiar. Fourth contestant, Toastmaster Satya Bayana. Our fifth contestant, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood. Sixth contestant, Toastmaster Praveen Panikar. Seventh contestant, Toastmaster Sriraman K. Vadia. Our eighth contestant, Toastmaster Satish Shelvaraju. Our ninth contestant, Toastmaster Nainan Thomas. Our 10th contestant, Toastmaster Pradeep. Contestant number 11, Toastmaster. Contestant number 12, Toastmaster Santosh Karkal. Can we have a round of applause to all the contestants? Thank you. I hope all the contestants are briefed about the rules and regulations, but let me restate once again. The time allotted for you to deliver your speech is 5 to 7 minutes. We will have the green light on 5th minute timer. 6th minute, orange light will be on. On 7th minute, red light will be on until you complete the speeches. Dear Chief Judge, can we proceed the storytelling contest?
Do you have the titles, speech titles?
Yes.
1 minute, MC.
Yes.
There is no orange light. So just to be clear, this is green, yellow, and red.
Right. Contestants, noted.
Mm.
Thank you, timer. Chief Judge, we can proceed.
Yeah, please.
Timers, are you ready? Tally counters?
Yes.
Thank you. Our first contestant for today's storytelling contest, Toastmaster Melvin Matthew. Contestant number 1, Melvin Matthew. Title of the speech, Last Man Standing. Last Man Standing, Toastmaster Melvin Matthew, contestant number 1.
Am I audible? Okay. Salt Lake City, 2002. 5 men line up on the starting line. Among these men are a Canadian, an American, a South Korean, a Chinese, and an Australian. It was the men's 1,000-meter speed skating final. On the left was the South Korean, 17-year-old Soo An, the fastest growing athlete of the sport. Today, he is known as one of the greatest athletes of speed skating. Next to him was the Canadian, Matthew Turcotte, 2-time gold medalist in the World Championship. In the center was the Chinese, the veteran, 10-time gold medalist in the World Championship. And at the end was the American, the favorite to win the competition. At 21 years old, he had already won 2 gold medals in the World Championship. These were the titans of the sport. They were unbeatable, perfect in their craft. But wait, there was one more person, an Australian. At the very end was 30-year-old Stephen Bradbury. This was his first speed skating final. Everyone was surprised, how is he here? We all know that Australia is home to some of the greatest athletes. But when it comes to winter sports, they are nowhere near the top. Stephen Bradbury struggled throughout his career. Over the 12 years of his career, he struggled with injuries, lack of funds, poor infrastructure, and a lack of respect among his compatriots. Yet he was here in 2002 in the finals. On this day, he did not come just like that. Throughout his career, he had inspired a whole new generation of speed skaters. And in 1994, he led the Australian team to a 3rd place finish in the Winter Olympics. It was the first medal in the Winter Olympics by an Australian team. But Stephen became a hero. He was celebrated all across Australia. He had put Australia in the winter sports map. But this was not enough for him. He wanted an individual medal. He competed in world championships and Olympics and lost to all better and more accomplished athletes. But that all changed on this one fateful day. The race starts. The 4 competitors going fast to the finish line. They're all targeting the first prize. Stephen was already trailing behind, way behind. The 4 athletes were precise in their movements. Their rhythm was near perfect. They were tightly packed, competing with each other. The first lap down, the Korean is leading. Second lap down, the American is leading. Third lap down, the Chinese is leading. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh lap gone. We enter the final lap. Stephen was still trailing behind, way behind. The commentator had written him off. The crowd was cheering at this intense competition. These 4 athletes packed together, competing to win the prize. And suddenly, the 100 meters to the finish line, 75 meters to the finish line, 50 meters to the finish line. Wait, there's a collision. The Chinese falls down. The Korean falls down. The American falls down. The Canadian falls down. All the athletes are on the ground, and Stephen crosses the finish line. The crowd is silent. Stephen is in awe. He could not believe what just happened. When the judges upheld the results, he stood front onto the podium raise Advance Australia Fair. This was Australia's first gold medal in the Winter Olympics. Stephen Bradbury was a legend. His name was plastered all over Australia. He had put Australia on the map in the Winter Games. He's inspired a whole generation of athletes to compete. Now, Australia is one of the top competitors in the Games. His career he retired from competitive speed skating in 2005. But to this day, he inspires hundreds of Australians. His autobiography is called Last Man Standing. Thank you.
We will have 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Our next contestant number 2, Toastmaster Chandramouli. Toastmaster Chandramouli, is this your speaking area?
Yes.
Kindly repeat the word after me. I am the legend.
I am the legend.
You are audible and very much visible.
Thank you.
Dear judges, our next contestant, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Chandramouli. Title of the speech, Uplift and Make the Difference Online. Uplift and Make the Difference Online. Toastmaster Chandramouli, contestant number 2.
You have the right to be an individual. At the same time, you have an obligation to be one. Distinguished contestants, judges, chief judges, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Once, there was one soap manufacturing company was consistently getting complaints from the customers. The complaint was they were not getting the product properly. They were getting the pocket without any soap inside. The company management immediately called for a meeting, called all the managers working in the factory and opened the meeting in a room and asked them to come out with an idea to resolve the issue. One of the managers, he stood up and said, we can do one thing. We can employ a worker when the production line so that he can check each and every pocket so that everything is packed properly, there is a soap inside. The another person said, no, this is not feasible. This will cost us a lot. Alternatively, he said, we can purchase a machine which we can connect it to our machine, integrate it so that it can weigh the weight of the product and it will separate the product which is coming without any soap. And all the managers, the people around him gave him a round of applause. Immediately, except the managing director, he was not convinced, and he told, we want something better. A boy was standing near the door. He said, we can come out. He was laughing at all of them. The owner was asking, why you are laughing? He said, I am not laughing at them. I am just thinking of you and laughing. No, he was very confused. The owner was confused and he was just, why you are laughing? Just tell me that. Sir, the way, I don't know why you are keeping all these managers in your organization. And I was listening to all these people gave you the solution. And I saw the applause. All these managers got very furious and frustrated with this boy. He's just a tea boy. How you can utter such things here? Please get out of this place. He said, the owner said, he intervened, he informed all these people, stay calm. Let us also hear out what he wants to say. Then he said, we can do one thing. When instead of spending money on machines and manpower, what the people said, we can run the assembly, whatever the packing line, when it comes out of that, then we can run the fan above the conveyor, that belt, which is packing the material, that whatever the empty packet will get, the fan will fly away and the final product will emerge separately. Then the CEO was very happy with that and called the boy. And whereas those people that the managers was not happy with that way this boy gave the information. One final day came. He said, instead of doing all these things, can we do another way? So the man, sorry. The time passed, and 8 years later, the boy and all these people came to the factory again, stepped into the factory, and he emerged as a person, very tall from the down the level. He has been nurtured to that level. Whereas the people who worked as a manager, he was just managing only as a manager, only the responsible only for the managers. Toastmasters, at times in our life, sometimes our inner fire comes out of us. And we have to identify that and who are the people behind it. I was hesitant to participate in this contest. There are some people who induced me to talk to me, made me to participate, and they wanted to rekindle my inner spirit, and which was very much so. Today's what I'm trying to say, I'm not only the hero. Those people who rekindle my inner spirit, they are the hero and part of the life. It is important to nurture the people's. The difference, making a difference is important. So be a hero and make the difference. Over to you.
We have 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Our next contestant number 3, Toastmaster Jeenachandran Nambiar. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Jeenachandran Nambiar. Title of the speech, Last Ride. Last Ride, Toastmaster Jeenachandran Nambiar, contestant number 3.
Am I audible to the online audience?
Yes, we can.
I respect the words of Mother Teresa. Not every one of us can do great things, but all of us can do small things with great love. It was 4:30 p.m. in a place called Nepean Road in Mumbai city. Taxi driver Ram reached at the place given sharp on time. He applied horn. He couldn't see anybody coming. He waited for a minute, then again applied horn. Can't see anybody. He again reconfirmed time is correct. The landmark given is correct. It was the last ride of Ram. He thought of initially going back because he has done enough for that day. But something was holding him to wait. Then he went to the door and knocked. There came a frail sound. 1 minute, please. After waiting for almost 3 minutes, the door opened. There was this all pretty woman standing at the door, stood in front of him. She requested, can you please help me to take this baggage to the car and lock this door? Ram looked at the house. It appeared as if no one had lived there for years. There was no sound. Everything was in a haphazard way. Things were not organized. Ram took the key. Yes, ma'am, you please wait here. I'll keep the luggage inside the car and come back and take you. He took the baggage, put it inside the trunk, and came back immediately and assisted this lady for walking towards the car. She kept on thanking Ram, you are such a nice person. You are a good-hearted person. Ram said, ma'am, I just only take care of all my passengers exactly the way how I would want my mother to be taken care by others. Simple as that. Still, you are a good-hearted person. He made her comfortably sat in the car. And then he also got inside the car and looked at the rear view mirror. Her eyes were glistening. She then requested Ram, would you mind taking me to Charni Road, Worli, Dadar, and this address? After looking at the address, Ram said, why do you want to go such a long ride? We don't need to go to all these ways. There is a shortcut. No, 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 no. I would want you to please take me through these ways. Ram accepted. Next 2 hours, Ram was driving as per the navigation given by this old lady. After for about 15 minutes ride, this lady requested, Ram, would you mind stopping here? Ram stopped there. Then can you see that tall building? It's called Pancharatna building in Charni Road. I was an elevator operator in that building for about 4 years. That was my first job. She lowered the window and she was staring outside and she was immersed and engrossed in deep thoughts. She even forgot to continue the journey. It was when Ram reminded that she nodded, okay, let's continue. They proceeded. After for about another 10 to 15 minutes, again she requested Ram, would you mind stopping there in that turning? He stopped there. Can you see that 4th floor now, that red color light is there? That used to be a bar 40 years back. And I was working there as a dancer for 12 long years. And it is where I met my hubby. And we were staying in the opposite building. You can see that? That was our flat. That was the best years of our life. Then she again started thinking. She lost in her thoughts and tears were rolling out of her cheeks. That's when again Ram reminded, ma'am, let's continue. She nodded. The journey continued. It was by then almost sun was setting and she said, I am tired, Ram. I don't have anybody. I am going to a rest house and I have given my flat to one of my cousins and all my money I have given to a trust which is going to take care of me in the rest house. They were continuing the journey. They reached the place given to, address given to him. That's when 2 ladies came with a wheelchair. They were expecting this lady. They took her nicely, and that's when she asked, how much do I owe Ram? Ram said, I do not want anything. Today's ride is totally free. It's for you. No, 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 you have to make a living out of your work. Tell me honestly, how much should I pay? Ram said, no, I do not want any money. Then these ladies took her inside and Ram also helped in keeping the luggage. And then Ram gave a hug to her, touched her feet and returned his journey. That's when Ram also lost in thoughts. He was thinking, what if what if an impatient driver would have come to help this lady? What if myself wouldn't have taken this lady because I was about to leave and, go back? That's when he was going back, he got a call from one of the other ladies saying that this lady is no more. She took her last breath. On a quick review, Ram thought that he has not done any important job than today's last ride of today. And Ram, fellow members, if you all think about it, we all are conditioned to think that, lovely moments or great moments will revolve around our lives. But we always forget the fact that great moments come or catch us, gift wrapped in such kind of silly and simple moments. Mr. Kontache.
A minute of silence for the judges. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Satya Bayana. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Satya Bayana. Title of the speech, Gratitude. Gratitude, Toastmaster Satya Bayana, contestant number 4.
Am I audible to the online speakers?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
How many people do you thank every day? How often do you say thanks? When was the last time we say to our spouse, honey, I'm so thankful to you during my bad time and good time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Today I'm going to share a Buddhist tale which illustrates the importance of the showing gratitude. Once upon a time, a big elephant lived in the Himalayan jungle. He was the king of all the elephants, which is having a two big tusks with an elegant red mouth. One man from Banaras city started traveling to the foot of the Himalayan jungle to search for the valuable things to sell out it in the Banaras city. But unfortunately, he lost the way where he started in the forest, and he could not able to find out the way back to his home. He started crying to get the way. The crying was heard by the elephant and started coming towards him and asked the man, why are you crying? He told, my lord elephant, I came to search a valuable thing to here, but unfortunately I lost the way to go back to my home. Please help. Then the elephant told, don't worry, my human friend. I will take you to the land where the people live. Please take a seat on my back. During the ride of that man noticed the landmarks of the forest, and the elephant left the man to, to road, the road where it leads to the Benares city. He went to his home safely, but he is thinking about the two glossy tusks of the elephant, so that he can sell out and make a money to lead his happy life. He took a saw along with him and went back to the elephant, asked where the elephant lived. The elephant asked, "My human friend, what brings you back again?" He told, "I'm a poor forester. I don't have money. If you give piece of tusks, I will sell it in the Benares city to make money, and I can happily lead." Without any second thought, the generous elephant, "Did you bring the saw?" "Yes." Then it bent down and asked him to cut his two tusks of the glossy, two glossy tusks of his this one. Then this man went back and sell out that he could have, he made money and spend all the realized money from the tax. Again, he went back to the elephant and asked, "Whatever the money I could make, it was pay off to my debts. So can you please give back the whatever leftover tasks?" Without thinking anything, the generous elephant bent down again and asked him to cut the balance tusks. The greedy forester cut the tusks to the skull of, to the root of the to the root of the elephant. The elephant felt a tremendous pain, but he didn't try, as he wants to help the poor man. This fellow has started returning back home with the tusks. After crossing some miles, the lion started chasing this man by smelling the blood dropping from the ivory tusks. Then the lion didn't show any mercy and tore the man into pieces and start eating the man live. The poor forester felt bad when he didn't give any gratitude to the elephant, say thank you, but by the time it was too late to undo his mistake. The life ends like that. This Buddhist tale gives a valuable lesson. All of us, don't forget to show our gratitude, and it may be too late to realize when. So I want to thank all the fellow masters in this forum who helped me to become a Toastmaster. Thank you very much. Over.
We'll have a minute of silence for the judges. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood. Title of the speech, The Unfolding Life. The Unfolding Life, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood, contestant number 5.
One of the first books that I read in full was The Alchemist from Paul Coelho. It was a brilliant story of a shepherd in search of his treasure of his life. One of the key takeaways of that story was, that one of the key takeaways of the story was, when you really want something, the universe will conspire and let it have for you. Fellow Toastmasters and respected judges and chief. When I was in the last leg of my study days, my sister had got married, and she moved to the US, and she started working in the same company as my brother-in-law. Her email ID there was mosmi.sood at. My brother-in-law, his email ID also was amit.sood at. Few months passed, and my closest buddy also started working. His email ID also started with ritesh.patrana at. So this dot in the email ID always fascinated me. So I tried in those days I tried at usa.net, rediffmail.com, rediff.com, hotmail, lycos.com. But this dot in my gaurav.sood never really came about. Finally, my first email address was gaurav2275 at usa.net. Now you might be thinking that I was born on 2nd of February 75, but that was not the case. 2275 here was my scooter's number. I was not very happy with this email, but I had circulated it and I continued using it for a few years. Then after a year or two, Gmail came into the picture. I searched for another email ID with gaurav.sood@gmail.com, but again, that was not available. There I selected my email ID, or improved my email ID from first one to soodmail@gmail.com, where the G in the Gmail I thought as Gaurav, mail was on the both the sides, and Sood was also there. And I still continue to use that email ID. 1 or 2 years again passed. I moved to Muscat. I landed here in January 06. The first few weeks here were very busy. New friends, new workplace, hot weather, moving in the cabs. After 3 weeks or so, I got my first visiting card from my company. The email ID for me there was gaurav.sood@om.ey.com. Serendipity, coincidence, fate. What I was looking for, I got it. Then the second story is, when I had passed my CA exams, I was looking for a change. I wanted to move up, and I was much more aspiring to move, to a better position. It so happened that I went for the campus interviews in Delhi, but it didn't work, and I came back to the same city where I was working. By the time, I also realized that I need to settle, or I need to have my expenses from my own funds. So I was very keen on the change, but the change was not coming. Around that time, once you think of change of or lowering the expenses, one of the biggest thing that that was there that I could lower my expenses was rent. So I checked with my friend Surjit, and I have decided to move to his flat. But I had not met the landlord by the time. A few days passed, I was living in that flat, and one day I parked my same scooter down, the 2275, and the landlord was standing there. Of course, I could not go up on the first floor without talking to him. We had a word and we interacted for the first time. It so happened that he asked me what I'm doing and all, my name and all. Then I told him that I'm a fresh CA, and that I'm also looking for a change. This person, his name was Pradeep Mankotia. He was working for a CA firm, a local CA firm, which was much better than where I was working. And he told me to share my CV with him, and that he will talk to the principal. The very next day, he called me in the morning that, Gaurav, when can you join? I agreed, and I suddenly my salary went up twice, double the salary I got. I had never expected that incidents like where I was trying to lower my rent and I'm moving to a friend looking to lower my rent would lead me to a place where my landlord itself will help me to get to a better position. Toastmasters, this is how life is. Life unfolds in a way that you never know. There is a book from Robin Sharma, where he says that there is a unique coherence in the way your life unfolds, and which is highly intelligent. But we only know of this intelligent stuff in hindsight, later in life, when we start connecting the dots. So it is very important that we keep going on, we keep our optimism, and because it is only the optimists who will change the world. Only the optimists will change the world, and that's it. Thank you. Back to Ken.
Our next contestant, Toastmaster Praveen Panikar. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Praveen Panikar. Title of the speech, Dreams. Dreams, Toastmaster Praveen Panikar, contestant number 6.
Okay. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, audible.
Thank you. Dreams are not something which you see while you are sleeping. Dreams are something which doesn't allow you to sleep. We all know who said this. Former President of India, Dr. Abdul J. Kalam. I like to see dreams, especially in sleeping, especially that free ride I get in that fantasy world. You know, I used to enjoy these dreams until when it started that Albert Hitchcock's movies, no, thriller, suspense, horror. How many of you had the similar experience of having dreams? Not bad, so many friends. Contest chair, distinguished panel of judges, and my dear fellow Toastmasters online and offline. Nowadays, I wonder, my subconscious mind is telling me something. Let me share with you a dream I've seen recently, which made me to think. A man was walking by the side of a forest. He was really enjoying his walk. Since he was enjoying, he thought, why don't I go a little deeper inside the forest? He started walking, maybe 2-3 hours, 4-5 kilometers. While he was walking, he saw the light started falling. He decided to go back. He returned and started back. And a kilometer away, he found an animal, a ferocious, horrifying tiger is coming towards him. By seeing this, he got scared. He started back, running deeper inside, without knowing that he is going again further inside the forest. He started running to his best, but suddenly put a full stop. He saw a witch standing there with all the crown, everything. He looked at that witch, and witch smilingly said, come, come, I will latch onto you. He did not have anything to do. He just turned perpendicular to the right and started walking. You know, it was pitch dark. He could not see anything around. There was a big pit in front of him. It was covered with grass and vines. He fell headlong into the pit. But he was lucky. His feet got entangled in one of the vines hanging. It took some time for him to come to the senses. When he recouped his senses, he was just looking around to escape. Just saw a snake at the bottom of the pit, looking at him and saying, fall, I'll bite you. Fall, I'll bite you. He said, no, I will not fall. I will be here like this. Tomorrow morning, somebody come and save me. At the same time, 2 mice, a black and white mouse, was nibbling at the branch of this vine hanging. It's a very temporary situation, you can imagine. But still, I could see this guy was smiling. I looked up. There is a beehive with full of bees. And the honey was dripping out from that beehive. He was happily licking that bee, forgetting all around him, the tiger, the snake, mice, witch, everything. He was enjoying that honey he was getting from that beehive. So Toastmasters, we just see the situation. He is in the middle of a life-threatening situation, but he's enjoying with full heart. Don't you think we are all in the same? We all are entangled or caught up with that honey. We all are totally with outside world and forgetting the real. We all forget what is happening around us. This is what has made me to think. Dreaming may be not a real conscious experience, but try to make it an enjoyable one. Try to make it an enriching one. How? Give a thought to it. See, who knows? The dream you see in your evening nap can do wonders. So, whether it is in life or in sleep, think big, dream big, and be brave. I wish all of you, the dream you see, be the spark to ignite the storytellers within you. I wish you all a happy dreaming and happy Diwali. Back to contest.
A minute of silence for the judges. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Sriraman K. Vadia. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Sriraman K. Vadia. Title of the speech, The Miracle. The Miracle, Toastmaster Sriraman K. Vadia, contestant number 7.
नहीं वो अच्छे चलो ठीक है. Can you hear me online?
Yes, okay. Good.
Right. Fellow members, may I ask 6 to 7 minutes of your time? I would like to transport you to a place called Dharmapuri, a kingdom called Dharmapuri. Contest chair, fellow members, long back, there lived a king called Dharmapala in his kingdom called Dharmapuri. He was generally happy, and the subjects in the kingdom were fairly happy. He had one problem though. He was beset with doubts. He had self-doubts bugging him from time to time. Yet, he was fairly happy. He didn't have much to complain. Until one day he fell ill and he didn't know what to do. A lot of the people from the kingdom and from the ministers came and suggested many measures, but because of his doubting abilities, he didn't want to adopt anything. Finally, the chief of the ministers said, there is someone that I've heard of who cures every possible ailment in this world. May I get him? Again, doubts. But the king agreed, I have to get all right. So why did you get him? Yes. The physician came and he started suggesting something, but the doubts kept creeping in and he was not able to believe. The physician said, I'll give you some medicines. Try it out. If it doesn't work, then we'll work on something else. The chief minister was convinced that this was the right man for this king, but the king had doubts. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, the king didn't find any improvement in his health. He sent out to the minister saying that get this guy out of my kingdom. I don't want him. The 4th day, the physician comes The minister says the king doesn't want to see you. He's not getting any better. So the physician says, give me 1 minute with the king, just 1 minute. Let me tell him something and I'll leave. With great difficulty, the chief minister manages a minute of the king's time. The minute, though, extends to more minutes as the physician narrates a story, a Tibetan story of a Marpa, who was a disciple in one of the monasteries under an able monk. Now, this Marpa was supposed to be the dullest disciple in the monastery. But he keeps bugging the master for solutions to his problem. One day, out of frustration, he says, there is no solution. You don't need any solution to your problems. You just take my name every time you want to do something, and you will get to accomplish whatever you want to do. Marpa starts believing this to be the right medicine for his problems. And he starts practicing things. And to his surprise, things start working. One day, all his fellow disciples come to the master and tell, Master, our Marpa is walking on water. The master cannot believe. The dullest student in the monastery walking on water, he goes and he's astonished to see this guy walking. He calls him over. What did you do? Marpa says, I just followed your advice. I just took your name whenever I wanted to do something. Unbelievable. I want to test it out, he says. Okay, can you climb this hill up, jump from there? Marpa does that. And to his surprise and to the surprise of the master, he lands intact. Everything is same as before. Nothing happens to the Marpa. He again wants to reconfirm the master with the disciple. What did you do? I mean, I can't believe. So he says again, I just followed your advice. I took your name every time I had to do something and I was able to accomplish this. Saying this, the physician walks off. It takes the king a couple of days to realize what he has been doing with himself. After 2 days, he sends for the physician again. This time, he completely trusts the physician, starts taking medicine. Unlike the earlier times, he starts seeing improvement in his health every day, every hour. He realizes folly. He starts believing the physician's medicines. And the physician, trust me, was giving him the same medicine that he had prescribed earlier. The king gets better, everything is hunky-dory. Fellow members, do you have any doubts that trust works miracles? If you have any doubts, start something on a mistrust and you will automatically start believing that trust works miracles. Trust me, miracles do happen. Over to contest.
A minute of silence. Please put your hands together to welcome our next contestant, Toastmaster Satish Selvaraju.
Thank you.
Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Satish Selvaraju. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. Toastmaster Satish Selvaraju, contestant number 8.
Good evening, judges, fellow Toastmasters. It's not my problem. Once upon a time, there was a king who was ruling a small kingdom. One fine evening, he was eating rice cake and honey along with his chief advisor on the balcony. When he was pointing out something, a small drop of honey fell down on the handrail of the balcony. Immediately, the chief advisor, King, can I call someone to clean this? King said, it is not my problem. It's a small drop of honey. Someone will come and they will clean it later. That small drop of honey started dripping down and finally it landed on the street. It's a busy street. And it was attracting the flies. So now again that chief advisor requested King, can I call someone to clean it up? Because it fallen on the road and now it is attracting the flies. Then again King said, like last time, it is not my problem. Small drop of honey and it is attracting fly is not his problem. Then again that flies started eating that honey and that flies are attracting this lizard. Immediately that lizard came out from the beneath of palace and he started catching these flies with its tongue. And same time one cat ran out from the bakery and started playing with this lizard. And lizard and cat both played together and suddenly a butchery dog got angry and ran out and immediately started attacking the cat. Now that cat and dog both were fighting together and that dog started biting the cat neck. Again that chief advisor pointed out this and he says that honey fallen down and again it attracted the flies and again flies attracted the lizard and the lizard attracted the cat and the cat is being attacked by the dog. Again the king said, it's not a problem. That those silly animals fighting on the street, it is not my problem. Suddenly that baker noticed this animal fighting and he noticed that the dog is attacking the cat, his cat. Immediately he ran out with a stick and started hitting the dog. The dog started crying now. That butcher noted this dog attacking and immediately he ran out with a broomstick and he started attacking the baker. Now baker and butcher both started fighting together. And surrounding people, all shopkeepers, they joined in the fight. Some people supported to the butcher and some people supported to the baker. And everyone started fighting and this battle just grew and grew in the street. And during the fight, some people started throwing the stone and some people started firing the carts and shops and houses. And fire ragged and it started spreading into the palace also. Now from the palace, chief advisor and king escorted out from the palace. Later, when the fire had died out, the king came out and he made a survey what is remained on their land. He noticed everything he lost. And finally, when he was crossing his balcony, his palace balcony, he noticed a small puddle on the ground. It was the same honey drop which had fallen from the balcony. And he was thinking himself, I would have cleaned at the beginning itself. Now, because of this just a drop of the honey, he lost his entire kingdom. And from the day onwards, he stopped saying, it is not my problem. The moral of this story is learning to listen, take advice from others. It's the greatest skill that all leaders should possess. If we would have listened to this advisor at the beginning, and if you would have cleaned that honey drop, definitely he could have saved his kingdom. So all leaders should have proactive mindset and should act accordingly when the situation arises. Otherwise, they may suffer like this king in this story. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Our next contestant, Toastmaster 9 and Thomas. Toastmaster 9 and Thomas, kindly repeat after me. I am the legend.
I am the virtual legend.
You are very much audible and visible.
Thank you.
Contestant number 9, Toastmaster 9 and Thomas. Operation Finale. Operation Finale. Toastmaster 9 and Thomas. Contestant number 9.
Contest chair, honorable judges, fellow Toastmasters. Operation Finale is the code word for a cloak and dagger operation by Mossad, the Institute of Intelligence and Special Operations of Israel. I'll be narrating the story as a prologue, the flashback, the story, and the epilogue. It's the story of a capture of a Nazi VIP, and it has come as a movie by name The House on the Garibaldi Street. After the Second World War in 1945, millions of Germans fled to Eastern Europe, and along with thousands of Jews who also sought for secure homes beyond their native lands. The Jewish Brigade of the British Army assisted the Jews to form the country Israel. At the same time, they called a group to avenge the Nazis of the Holocaust. They caught almost 1,000 of them and killed, and they scattered all over the world to train these Nazi leaders, which were supported by Mossad. People scattered in different part of the world. The Red Cross assisted in the documents. And Argentina was one of the countries where Juan Perón, the president, was a Nazi sympathizer. So many Nazis went in this case and sought asylum. And so the agents followed, as well as many Jews for secure settlement. There was a man named Ricardo Clement who managed to reach Argentina in 1950. After a couple of years, his family joined. He worked in a metal factory, an engineering factory, and finally in 1959, he was hired by Mercedes-Benz and was happily living there. Now the flashback. In 1934, Adolf Eichmann was appointed by SS for the final solution of Jewish question. And as the war started in 1939, he was involved in the formulation and operation of the final solution, the concentration camp. He took pride in the death of 6 million European Jews. After the surrender of top Nazis, he escaped via Austria, Now the story. Mossad got the information after 12 years in 1957 that Eichmann is present in Argentina. They had to confirm it. First, they got from the foreign ministry that Eichmann's son was dating a girl unwittingly who was Jewish origin. And he boasted of his father's bravado of killing 6 million Jews, and even said that he should have finished the war. She passed on the information to Argentina. Then the next confirmation came when the team selected by the Mossad chief was surveying around the place where they suspected this Ricardo was staying, that on 21st March 1960, they found him coming back from bus with a bouquet and handing over to his lady in the house, confirming that was their silver wedding anniversary. Now they are sure this is the man. The clock and dagger operation was planned for May 11th because in May, Argentina celebrated 150th Independence Day of the country. So delegates from all over the world were present, and Mossad could bring their team from different parts in disguise. On May 11, they waited on the road. When he landed in the bus, in the clock and dagger operation, they boarded him, took him in the car, sedated him. One of the person reported to the hospital in a fake accident and brain damage, and got a certificate which was used to transfer Eichmann as an air crew in the waiting Allied plane to Israel. The trial was on May 61 started, and in December 1961, he was sentenced to be hanged, the architect of Holocaust. When he went to the gallows, this is the epilogue. He asked for a bottle of wine, drank half of it, refused service of the priest. He said, I don't need it when a hood was put. And then he said, he has complete command of himself. And he was no Christian and did not believe in life after death, but his last words defied it. Nothing could have demonstrated more convincingly the grotesque silliness of his words. After a short while, gentlemen, we shall all meet again. Such is the fate of all men. Long live Argentina, long live Germany, Austria. I shall not forget that. It was though in those minutes, the summing up the lesson. The long course of human wickedness has taught. The fearsome word and thought defying banality of evil. Over to you, Contest.
minute of silence. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Pradeep. Contestant number 10, Toastmaster Pradeep. Mangalore passenger. Mangalore passenger, Toastmaster Pradeep, contestant number 10.
Online audience, am I audible?
Yes.
You are ready.
Contest chairman and panel of judges and my dear Toastmasters. This story happened way back, not way back, December 31st, 2020. Ram woke up early in the morning and was busy getting ready to go to office. It was a very important day in his life because that was his last day in work. He is retiring on that day. Because of the lockdown and the pandemic, he was working from home, but due to some official documents and the gadgets that has to be handed over back, he is forced to travel to Mangalore where he is working to hand over them. He hugs his wife and children and says bye to them, and he starts walking. The cold, chill weather in a December morning was so cool that he decided to take his jacket from the bag, and with the warmth of the jacket and with the cool breeze that was blowing, he enjoyed his walk towards the station. When he reached the station, hardly few people over there. And at a distance, he could hear the sound of the train approaching towards the platform. He boarded the train, which was also half full. He fortunately got a seat near to the window. And while sitting over there and looking out the views that are outside, he found that all activities around remains the same. Nothing has been changed. But this pandemic and this unknown virus has put the human beings who conquered the world till now indoors. This train which he was traveling for the past 30 years is now half full. Olden days, there would not be a space to stand properly in this train. He again started enjoying the cool breeze as the train started moving faster. That cool breeze in the morning took him back to his olden days. He remembered the first journey that he did when he joined college in Mangalore after. And at that time, he and his friends, they used to have a position. They used to stand near the door of the train as if like a scanner to scan everyone who comes in and goes out. And let's look at the people who are working in various companies in Mangalore who are traveling along with him, thinking that when will I get a job? When will I become like that? Fortunately, after his studies, he got a job in a good reputed organization in Mangalore. And his journey to Mangalore was also from the same train. But his position within the train was shifted slightly inwards because that position has been occupied by the new young generation and he was pushed aside. Whenever we tried to mingle with them, they would stare at him in such a way that why is this person trying to come and fiddle with us? Sitting and sometimes standing, he would admire the big officers with this indication that they would carry with them the latest English periodicals like Frontline, Times of India newspaper or India Today, reading it. And he would just think, when can I buy one and read like this? But his current budget was so insufficient that he could not afford at the present. As time passed by, he also progressed in his professional career and he also became into the managerial rank. But while he became at that time, the world has changed. The world has changed from this printed format to the digital format, which he was never comfortable in reading. And anybody reading a magazine in a paper form, people used to stare at the train. So he decided to fold it back. And he started enjoying the cool breeze that was blowing to him. Slowly he observed that the train has about to reach Mangalore. It was just passing through the Netravati bridge. And at a distance, he could find the sun rising, a rise of a new hope, a new day, with the Arabian Sea at the background and the Netravati River joining the Arabian Sea. But one fear or one little illness that he felt in mind is that from tomorrow onwards, all these official positions that he enjoyed and that he had till now will no longer remain with him. But he was very happy that he is getting relieved of his official positions. Slowly, the train entered into the platform. And from the public address system, which was connected to the Mangalore FM, came a very beautiful voice. Good morning, Mangalore. This is the end of 2020. Let's hope that all the miseries and all the troubles that we had experienced till now is an experience for us for the future. Be positive. Don't lose heart. Be energetic. But keep in mind that all is well. Over to the contestant.
Our next contestant, Toastmaster Jayakrishnan. Contestant number 11, Toastmaster Jaykrishnan. Burst it out. Burst it out, Toastmaster Jaykrishnan, contestant number 11.
Am I audible, online contestants?
Yes.
Yes.
You are audible.
Thank you. Are there any doctors here? Thanks, JK. You are saved. Disclaimer. The story or the persons mentioned in the story are fictitious. Any resemblance to the living or deceased is a mere coincidence. Fellow contestants, contest master, dear Toastmasters and eminent panel of judges. 2019, November, early morning, I was trying to get up from my bed. Ouch! It's paining. I cannot get up. Sindhu, please help me. I'm not able to get up from the bed. Severe pain. It's excruciating from my hip to the whole limb. The doctor of the house came. What happened? Yesterday night you were all normal. Today, what happened to you? I cannot get up. It's acute pain. Please help me. I want to meet a doctor immediately. Why doctor? The house doctor told, try some home medicines, apply some oil, massage it. I'll do that for you. No, I cannot bear this pain. I want to meet the doctor immediately. This is all the lame excuses you are making to attend the office. No, no, I want to meet the doctor immediately. But you please take this paracetamol, take this medicine, apply this medicine, and watch till afternoon. Then you meet the doctor. Okay, okay. I took the paracetamol, I applied this oil, but nothing was happening. I told, I want to meet the doctor immediately. I reached the clinic. The doctor looked at me. I stared at the doctor. Doctor, please help me. Advise me some medicine so that I can be cured completely of this pain. I want to examine you thoroughly. What's that, doctor? Examine me thoroughly? Yes. Please remove your pants and lie down over there. Remove my pants and lying down over there, doctor? Yes. I want to physically examine you thoroughly. I laid down. He started pressing this location, just the hip side and just above my buttocks, and then completely pulling my leg. Ah, doctor, help me, give me some medicines. I cannot bear this pain. Wait, whatever is happening to you, it's not visible with my naked eye. You have to take an X-ray. X-ray? Okay, doctor. He immediately advised the male nurse, take this patient to the X-ray room. I accompanied him. To my disbelief, I saw a lady operator there. And she told, I want to examine you thoroughly. Eh? Examine me thoroughly? Ma'am, yes. Please remove everything except your clothes. Okay, okay. I removed my ring, I removed my chain, and then I stood before that X-ray machine. The X-ray was taken, and then she told, now it's all online. Please go to the doctor. He will examine and then give the result. I immediately ran to the doctor. Doctor stared at me. I stared at the doctor. Again, doctor stared at the X-ray. He stared at me. He told me, nothing is getting revealed here. Doctor, please give me some medicines to kill this pain. No, we cannot accept anything by seeing this X-ray. So what next, doctor? You need to do a USG. USG? What's that? Ultrasonography. Doctor, I am not able to bear this pain. Please advise me some medicines. So please accompany this male nurse and go to the room. I was reaching there, again say a lady standing over there. Now what? I know that USG cannot be taken without removing your pants. I told, ma'am, go inside and remove your pants and lie down upside down. Oh my God. I went inside the room. Then this gentleman came. Yeah, Mr. Jackson, please lie down. Yeah. And then he started applying some gel in my buttocks. And then he rolled some balls over there. And yes, I was feeling some ticklishing sensation. I told, yeah, I'm a bit relief, getting relief from the pain. Okay. Then he asked me, wait, it takes 20 minutes to complete this ultrasonography. And then, okay, it's all online. You go to the doctor, he will tell the results. I start running to the doctor. Doctor, what's the result? Can you give me some painkillers or hang on. Let me see the result. Yes, something is getting relieved. It is a suspected case of thoracentric bursitis. What? Thoracentric bursitis? One lightning went through my body. Thoracentric bursitis. I feel that pain is no more there. It's gone. Wait, Mr. Jayakrishnan. What next, doctor? It's all okay. No, wait. You need to examine once again. What next? To completely rule out the sonological occlusion of this muscular fibrosis, you have to do an MRI. I just left the room without answering. Dear Toastmasters, in our life, we'll go through such minor pains. Just see whether you can sustain that for a few days, 2 or 3 days. Take in-house medicines. And if it is getting cured, then please don't take unnecessarily any medicines, because that will cause side effects. Not only that, when you are staying there throughout the day with an MRI, with an USG, with X-ray, and further what, we don't know, you will be getting your plastic card exhausted. So beware of this. Please treat yourself and get cured of this minor problems in your life, because no pain, no gain, and you can save a lot. But if you're having some serious things, please consult a doctor and get cured. Back to you, Wondershare.
Our last contestant, Toastmaster Santosh Karkal. Contestant number 12, Toastmaster Santosh Karkal. My friend's story made me take pledge. My friend's story made me take pledge. Santosh Karkal, contestant number 12.
Hope I am audible to online Toastmasters.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good evening, distinguished guests, distinguished judges, fellow Toastmasters. When you are in deathbed, do you want to feel regret that you did nothing to this world, or do you want to feel proud that you did something to this world in addition to feeling proud of your achievement in your life. Fellow Toastmasters, I would be sharing the story which my friend, Mr. Narayan Nambudri, who is living in US and working there. This story will definitely enlighten you that even you can contribute to this world to make this world a better place to live. One day, my friend went to a nearby park to just take a walk, and he enjoyed this there. So as he was wandering, he felt that, okay, we are so lucky to live in this world, which is so beautiful. Because he felt there are a lot of greenery. You can breathe fresh air, and the ponds full of water, birds flying, chirping, etc. So this is what he enjoyed in the park where he went and went back home. In home, he watched one of our superstar, Rajnikant's movie, is this. So, and he had a scrumptious dinner. But the movie had impact on his mind because of the radiation the cell phone radiates, which will affect the birds. Anyway, after the movie, he went to sleep, thanking God for the good day. Since he had a very tiresome day, he went to sleep immediately, deep sleep immediately, leading to rapid eye movement, relaxed and fast breathing, which led to dream stage. In his dream, he just woke up. He saw that lights in his room was flickering. There was pin drop silent, and he could not breathe easily. He was feeling uneasy. Due to this uneasiness, he just got up from the bed, and he got up from the bed, and he looked around. He saw that room was controlled by artificial intelligence. And there was computer making beep sound, and there was a message coming, alert message coming that oxygen is running out. So he got panicked. He didn't know what to do. So he wanted to go out of the room. So he opened the door and he went out. To his surprise, he saw vast desert land. It was full of empty space. There was no sight of any humans, and there was no birds, trees, no greenery. There was only, he could see in a distance a thorny plant, and the scene was this. So after some time, suddenly he heard some noise to his right, and he saw huge shadow of some big, huge figure approaching him from behind. And he turned around, and he looked at it with terror and frozen. So he thought of running out of that place, but he could not. He was helpless. He was breathing heavily, and he was trying to see properly what this was. What is this big, huge thing? He saw that It was a waste, plastics, accumulation of plastics, waste, and electronic waste, and it looked just like this. So he got frightened. He told, please don't do me anything. So that monster just replied, ha 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 ha, I'm the garbage monster. You people created, you humans created me. You humans destroyed this earth by dumping the waste, all the plastics, all the electronic waste, and you destroyed this earth. And also you created this huge concrete jungle on the land, in the sea. And now here I am, because of your reckless, careless behavior. My friend was speechless. He bowed down his head in shame. And then he replied, yes, we humans are responsible for this, and we have caused so much of effect, and we can see this. So from now on, I will take the responsibility, and I will work upon to save the environment. But the monster didn't roar back. He told, no, you humans don't care about this. You will not do anything to save this environment. But then my friend told, no, I will take pledge for myself to work upon to protect the environment, and request my friends, relatives and friends to do the same. So my friend stood and he told, I, Narayan Nambudiri, hereby pledge from this moment on to save earth by not littering our surroundings, to reduce reused plastics, to not waste the water and save the water, plant trees, make the environment cleaner and safe, greener. As my friend was talking to the monster, suddenly light appeared in front of his eyes, and he just woke up and he thought, oh yeah, this was a dream. And he just, he saw that light was on. When he went to sleep, he didn't switch off. So, fellow Toastmasters, this story has definitely enlightened me, and this enlightened me that this, I can contribute to make this world better place to live, and in the deathbed, I can feel proud of and hand over this world cleaner, safer, and greener to the future generation to come. Thank you.
Toastmasters, this concludes our storytelling contest. We will allow the time for the chief judge to collect the results and the scores. In the meantime, let me call upon all the contestants to come and get the participation certificate. One by one, as I call upon. Toastmaster Melvin Matthew. Toastmaster Chandramouli.
Go to the camera.
Yeah.
He's going to show his hand. Yes.
Thank you. Toastmaster Jeena Chandran. Toastmaster Satya Bayana. Toastmaster Gaurav Sood. Toastmaster Praveen Panikar. Please give a round of applause. They are waiting for the snacks, I believe. Toastmaster Sriraman K. Vadia. Toastmaster Satish Selvaraju. Toastmaster Nainan Thomas. Toastmaster Pradeep Ravindranath. Toastmaster Jay Krishnan. And Toastmaster Santosh Karkal. We will have group photo together, all together. Yes, Chandramouli is there. Yes. Dear Toastmasters, these are the storyteller of today's contest from Kimchi Toastmasters Club. Give a round of applause.
Three among them are winners.
Yes. Thank you all. Let us await for the results. Dear judges, hope you enjoyed the contest. Snacks are awaiting for you. Please have your snacks and then move out of the room.
Move out.
After the snacks.
Now, we will not listen to the result.
We will. Once the results are announced, then the snacks, then the checkout.
So we have to wait for the result.
Yes, results. Who is the snacks masters today? Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
This guy had a boil. So it goes. You don't say that. I really thought that he will say that. No, his title was worse. So we had to think like that. And then he said that after rubbing. Okay. Suddenly it was. Even after appreciating pain, he's running always. Because the nurse told him.
Don't question the thing. My problem is the pain. I want to kill the pain. So that I am doing thing. And it was without you.
Now you know, no? You have answered this question. Obviously, when you are without copy, you run. Any internal play, no, he wants to say that
It is that. It is a real. But it is good. Ultrasound is done. No pain, is over. I gain by not paying for the knowledge. They were suggested. They said X-ray, then USG. If you have gone with the insurance card. It is insurance. That's what I told you. Actually, and that. You won't believe. Just complete it. She called me twice. Got this doing MRI. She's asking me to scan the card and send it. I don't know for what purpose. So it is required. Like, they were saying oh my God! But only you're saying only once. That is today there was but there's a explanation that I got a name from. Have you got a message from
Yes, dear Toastmasters, are you all ready? Yes. Are you all excited? Yes. It's my pleasure to announce the results for the storytelling contest. There is one disqualification due to time criteria on the contest today. Without wasting much of the time, the third place goes to Toastmaster Satish Selvaraju.
Congratulations.
And the second place goes to Toastmaster Jeena Chandran Nambiar. And the winners of today's storytelling contest. Winner. Go. The first place goes to Toastmaster Jaya Krishnan. Don't speak out.
Congratulations.
That's winners.
Thank you.
Congrats.
With this, I officially adjourn storytelling contest and back to our VP Education, Toastmaster Varghese Chiran. Acting. VP.
Hello, everyone. Next week is session number 736. We are still to confirm the Toastmaster of the day for the next session, but we will have education session on knowing your audience from DTM Shiraman Vadya. That will be the highlight for the next week. Thank you. Back to Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. May I now welcome our VPE, Toastmaster Varghese Chiran, acting president today.
Today, we had 12 plus 1 bonus story. We had 13 stories. Good that contest chair was not contesting today. So let us put our hands together to thank our contest chair for conducting the session. It was fantastic, Toastmaster Selva Kumar. We all enjoyed the way you conducted. And thank you all the contestants. I can say that this is just the beginning. This is a warm-up section. This storytelling competition. We'll have from next month our club contest, which goes to the area, division, and district. So consider this as a warm-up section. And everyone has performed their best, and there are a lot to improve. So please practice. So I thanked our contest chair. Let us thank our chief judge, DTM Sunil Sadashivan, for coming over here and conducting this session. I thank the voting judges, Distinguished Toastmaster Govind Negi, thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Zaki Hanna, I think he left. Distinguished Toastmaster Hemant Bhaskaran, our Division G Director and DTM Navnitha Krishnan. Thank you. I thank our timers, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan Ilat and Toastmaster Datta Nawale, Zoom team, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood, Toastmaster Rajesh Ramachandran. I also thank our club mentor, our president, for all the support. Last but not the least, we have small gift for our chief judge and our voting judges. So may I call contest chair? DTM Sunil Sadashivan, please accept our honor of. Thank you, sir. Thank you. May I request DTM Govind Negi? I think.
Thank you very much.
May I request DTM Navnitha Krishnan? Thank you. And we have for DTM Zaki Hanna and DTM Hemant Bhaskaran. We'll give it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Contest Chair Toastmaster Selva Kumar, for giving the gifts for our judges. And next Saturday, 22nd, we have the training for the judges. So this will help, as our division director said, this will help to improve our speaking and how the evaluation is done. Also, it will be helpful for the other clubs and everything. So please participate. We'll share the links and the agenda by today evening or tomorrow. Online. 22nd, next Saturday, starting from 9:30 till 1 or 1:30 like that. Two sessions.
There are 2 sessions, till 3 or something. I don't.
Okay, we'll.
So you have 2 sessions by 2 different trainers. Okay, we'll know.
Yes, we'll share the agenda and details in the online. And next week, as our Toastmaster Gaurav said, the Know Your Audience education session. So by this, the contest is over. We'll have a group photograph and we have the snacks after that. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.
Otherwise, no. Come on, take a picture, then you will get snacks. This guy was honey. You come. गौरव की बात है
Good night.
First job is
All
dots.
Good night, sir. Good night, all.
Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir. Good night,
Right.
sir. Good night.
Thank you.
Night.
Actually, that's good one. I'm going actually first day of friends are all coming. You should stay. Those friends are not stay in the place.